Hello and happy Sunday. Welcome to day 13 of 30 Days of Sun Salutations in September. With me, I'm Laren. Check out my site at yellowumbrellayoga.com if you're interested. My cat Jag says hey. We'll begin kind of softly this morning, warming up through the sun salutation sequence that we have built up to start practicing with a little more frequency. Today, as we warm up though, I'd like to give the hamstrings a little love. If you have one available, I suggest a sports band or a yoga strap. You can also use a waist belt. What you use does not have to be elastic, just something to wrap around your foot as you stick it in the air and capture with your hand. We'll just do a little hip and hamstring warm up before we move through the warm sequence. Pause here if you need to. Take all the time you need to get set up. Be comfy, be cozy, feel ready as you may. I will meet you laying down on your back. As you come to lay down, bend your knees, let them point toward the sky, placing both feet on the mat. Reach your hands along your sides and bring your heels to just brush your fingertips. It's a good placement for where we're about to move. We'll take just a few cycles of bridge pose to warm up the spine. First, take a full breath, feeling heavy here. Seeing if you can get your spine from your shoulders to your hips to just be flat on the mat. Heel toe your feet so they feel like they're about hips distance apart. Lift your toes, spread them wide, peel them back down, rooting to the mat. On an inhale, begin to pick your hips up, pressing both feet into the mat. Keep pressing until you kind of come onto your shoulders. This is bridge pose. Find your cat-cow spine here. So peel back down, laying down one vertebrae at a time, letting your hips be the last to lower. Set your pelvis down last. Inhale, tip your hip points, your top hip points as you lay down here, towards your lap, creating a little air pocket under your low back. Notice this feels maybe a lot like cow pose. Press into both feet, lift your hips. Receive the rest of your inhale, let it be full. And exhale, peel back down. Keep moving this way. If you'd like a little more, on the inhale this time, lift your arms and your hips. Reach overhead with both hands. Press into your shoulder tops as you lift your hips a little higher. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, lower. Return your hands to your sides. Nice, 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Maybe connecting with your ujjayi or your ocean breath. Inhale, lift, last round. Exhale, lower. Hug both knees into your chest. Just let your hips be heavy. Don't worry about making yourself into such a small ball this time. If it feels okay, keep hugging your right knee in as you extend your left leg long and lay it down on the floor. Keep breathing here, letting your right knee become ever more heavy towards your right shoulder. Keep pressing through your long left leg. Let it be active as though to stamp that foot on the wall at the other end of your mat. Nice, switch sides. Do this by bringing your left knee in to meet your right. Pause here, and then extend your right leg long, pressing your foot away, coming to rest your calf and heel along the mat, but still keeping toes flexed, activating that entire long leg as though you're standing on it, even though you're laying down. And keep allowing your left knee to make its way towards your left shoulder or towards your armpit, if that helps to think about. Keep breathing. Now extend your left leg long on the mat as well. Reach both arms overhead, stretch long. Exhale, walk hands and feet over to the right, getting a nice long left side body stretch. Inhale here. And exhale, walk back through center, making your way over to the other side for a right side stretch. Press into both heels on the left side of your mat. Hands have walked off to the left as well. If you'd like, you can take your right wrist and your left hand. Take a nice breath in for this stretch and return to neutral. On the exhale, reach long towards 12 and 6 o'clock with hands and feet. Locate your strap if you've opted to use one today. Extend your right leg up in the air, pressing your foot towards the ceiling. You can bend your knee as much as you need here. Your experience may be different, but the backs of my legs are really tight today, so I will definitely be demonstrating some bent knee action here. Bring your strap or belt or hand towel, whatever you've got, around the middle of your lifted foot and bring both ends together in front of you. If your foot is extended long, it might just kind of hang down to meet you. Reach with your right arm up in the air as far as it will naturally go. And just take both ends of the strap in that hand. If you'd like, if yours is stretchy, you can stretch it towards you and reach just a little higher up. Just let this be kind of a easy way to hold your foot in the air. Just let the length of your arm, let the weight of your foot rest in the end of your strap. So your hip flexor isn't doing quite as much work to keep your leg lifted. And so you're not having to use a lot of arm muscle either. And just breathe here for a moment. This might not feel like you're doing much, but this can be great for resetting alignment of the femur in the hip socket. And of course, this helps to begin stretching the hamstring, back of the leg as well. Flex your toes towards your face, press your heel any more away. This may or may not be visible. Bend your knee more if you'd like and let it become heavy towards your armpit, still flexing your toes to stamp your footprint on the ceiling, at least in your imagination. Press your heel away again, sort of pulsing between a bend in the knee and a press with the foot. And cross the midline now, bringing your right foot towards your left side. Again, this movement might be really small. You might only move an inch or two, maybe 6 inches. Keep pressing your leg as long as it feels comfortable to extend. Again, a bent knee is okay. Notice any stretch in the outside of your right thigh, maybe your IT band waking up. Notice if it's your tendency to hold your breath. And see if you can invite another inhale and softly transition to release to an exhale. When you're ready, let that foot go, return it to the mat. Pause here and just notice the difference between sides. When you're ready, press into your right heel, using your right leg to help you as you lift your left. Again, bending the knee as much as the back of your leg asks you to. And bring your strap or hand towel or belt around your left foot this time. Once again, find that kind of good neutral place that allows you to create supportive tension with your hand, just taking the strap from both ends of your foot to hold your leg lifted in the air. You can just let gravity do its work here. Or if you'd like, you can maybe pair movement with breath, slowly bending your knee towards your left armpit and pressing your heel away with toes still flexed towards your face. Sort of just massaging the back of the leg, asking it to consider becoming longer. But we're asking politely. No need to force anything here. Remember, you have full control of how you move in this pose. So listen to the cues your body is sending you. Your breath is one of them. If you find you're holding your breath a lot, maybe back off of the stretch just a little bit. Don't ask so much of those muscles. Nice work. Release your strap from your foot and your foot back to the mat. Let's get ready to move. Thanks for that slow start. I hope the backs of your legs feel more ready to move, just like mine do. Inhale, hands lift overhead, reach up high, even though you're laying down. Fill up. Exhale to sit up. Maybe like a zombie or Frankenstein, reaching with your hands towards your toes that are still flexed towards your face. You can bend your knees again here as much as you'd like. And just reach any amount more towards your toes, maybe finding a fold here. The backs of your legs are not ready to fold. Use your hands to support your upper body's weight as you lean forward any amount. Again, not forcing anything. Inhale to sit tall, maybe pressing your feet away. Exhale, fold again. Think about keeping your back straight though. So try not to just round forward to create the feeling of reaching, but just let a small reach be enough. So still sitting tall and leading with your heart might just look like that. When you're ready, peel back down, lay back down. Inhale, reach high overhead. One more time, exhale to sit up and reach towards your toes. Inhale, half lift, sitting tall. Exhale to reach any amount, leading with your heart. And lay back down. Inhale. Be heavy for a moment. Exhale. Now make your way to standing. Do it slowly. Do this in a way that feels supportive of your needs. I'll meet you there, and we'll begin Sun Salutation B. Woo! Here we go. Take a moment as you find a standing position to just adjust. It can feel like kind of a rush of system changes when you move from laying down to standing up. For example, waking up in the morning, getting out of bed, it can be a little uncomfortable. So just honor that. Take an extra breath here if you need it. Turn your thumbs outward. Let your chest be broad. Nice full breath in. Grounding both feet, feeling the texture of the mat beneath you. Inhale, reach up high overhead. Palms touch, dive forward, bending your knees to support your torso on your lap as you find a forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift, neutral flat back if you're able. Exhale, fold. Plant both hands, step back with both feet. Find a downward facing dog. Imagine stepping on gas pedals under both hands, really letting your extended fingers be heavy. Maybe imagine lifting the heel of your hand as though to slide a piece of paper underneath it. You might feel this in your forearms. This takes strength building over time, but really supports wrists. So just think about that here. If you'd like, you can take your dog for a walk, bending your left knee, pressing your right heel long towards the mat, and switch sides. Bend your right knee, press your left heel toward the mat. One more time each side. Keep breathing. Nice. Find tabletop, coming onto hands and knees. Placing wide spread handprints right under shoulders, letting the back of your neck be long as you press the back of your head towards the ceiling. Untuck your feet, maybe kick the mat, kind of slapping the tops of your feet a couple times. Make sure your knees are right under your hips as well. One round of cat-cow. Inhale, stretch your belly, sink it toward the ceiling. The ceiling, the floor. You know what I mean. Exhale, tuck your tail round through your low back. Press the mat away and tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, find neutral again. Tuck your toes, send your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg long behind, pressing heel to ceiling for three-legged dog. Keep pressing into both hands equally if you can. Bend your knees, step forward. Set up your back foot for warrior one, sending toes towards 10 o'clock. Release your hands from the mat. Come to standing. Take a breath in your warrior one. Inhale, fill up again. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back, find a plank pose. Keep elbows close, lower through chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Squeeze elbows and shoulder blades together behind you. Inhale, lift, peel your chest up. Look at the mat in front of you for baby cobra. Exhale, peel down. Tuck your toes, press up for plank. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left foot. Step forward. Set your foundation, right toes towards 2 o'clock. Lift your hands and breathe in warrior one. Exhale, dive forward. Plant your hands. Step back for plank. Lower through chaturanga. Come to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale to lift, cobra. Exhale, peel down. Tuck your toes, press up for plank. Exhale, send your hips to the sky. Inhale, walk your feet to meet your hands. Find your forward fold. Let your hands be heavy. Inhale, roll up slowly. Breathe in mountain pose. Inhale, hands lift, reach up high. Exhale, hips lower, find chair pose. Keep breathing, inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, long flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant both hands. Step back for plank. Elbows close, lower to your belly. Untuck your toes, inhale to lift. Maybe keep pressing through both arms. Press the tops of your feet to activate your legs and lift your knees for upward facing dog. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Inhale, press up for plank. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot lifts. Exhale as you step forward. Set up your back foot, stepping in with toes out to the left. Lift your hands, reach up high for warrior one. Exhale, keep moving. Return to the mat, plant both hands. Step back for plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, lower. Tuck both toes. Press up for plank. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Take more if you need it. When you're ready, lift your left leg. Exhale, step forward. Setting up, find warrior one. Inhale to lift. Look towards the sun. Exhale, return to the mat. Plant both hands. Step back for plank. Lower to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale to lift for cobra or upward facing dog. Lower. Tuck your toes. Press up for a plank. Lift your hips, downward facing dog. Walk your feet to meet your hands. Forward fold. Inhale slowly, press into both feet. Roll up to standing. Taking your time. Receive a full breath when you get there. One more round, you got this. Inhale, hands lift, reach up high. Exhale, hips lower, chair pose. Heel toe your feet a little wider if it helps. Think about tucking your tail, kind of scooping your pelvis under, if that makes sense, to sort of take some of the curve out of your low back. If your shoulders or upper back feel tension from reaching up with your hands, take prayer hands at heart center. All right, when you're ready, dive forward, take a fold, receive another breath. Nod your head yes. Maybe smile. When you're ready, plant both hands. Step or hop back. Take downward facing dog. Shift forward, shoulders over wrists. Find plank pose. Keep elbows so close they graze your rib cage as you lower to the mat. Untuck your toes. Inhale to lift, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to lower. Tuck your toes, press up for plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, press your right heel towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step forward. Step your left foot in, setting up your foundation for warrior one. Toes out to the left. Press into both feet to lift. Right knee is bent in front, warrior one. Inhale deep, look at the sun. Draw your belly button in towards your spine. Think about that scooping of your pelvis as though to like tuck your tail. Again, trying not to just collapse into a back bend here, but rather letting your core be strong. When you're ready, dive forward, plant your hands. Step back for plank. Option to make this three-legged if you want just a little more warmth this morning. Take your chaturanga. Inhale, lift. Press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, lower. Tuck your toes, press up for plank. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Press into your right foot, lift your left. Step forward, knee to nose. Step your right foot in, toes go towards 2 o'clock. Release your hands from the mat. Still let your belly be strong, reaching up towards the sky with your left knee bent in front, warrior one. Exhale, dive forward, plant your hands. Step back for one last round of vinyasa in your plank pose. Lower through chaturanga. Untuck your feet. Press up, maybe to upward facing dog. Lower. Press into both feet. Lift up for plank. Send your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Walk your dog again. See if it feels any different. Bend your left knee, press your right heel towards the mat. Keep breathing. Nice, switch. Lift your right heel, press your left heel towards the mat. Pedal out a couple more times. If you'd like, you can turn this into a slow motion walk, bringing your feet to meet your hands in a fold. Shake your head out when you get there, nodding yes. Shaking no. Press into both feet. Inhale, roll up to standing. Nice work. Thanks for that soft, sweet start this morning or afternoon, wherever you are today. Thanks for joining me for day 13. I'll see you tomorrow.